This is Module 2. Why is the ironworker switching to Quickbooks Online? Quickbooks Online is the latest in a series of programs that General Treasurer Dean began implementing since taking office in April of 2018. Bill was appointed General Organizer in 2008, which was right in the middle of the last economic crisis. During this time, there were numerous occurrences of ironworker local union theft and embezzlement cases. Also during this time, there were 3 general presidents: General President Joseph Hunt, General President Walter Wise, and General President Eric Dean. All 3 general presidents would assign Bill to investigate these cases in a local union. This put him in the unique position of seeing firsthand the various incidents and the situational environment that made it possible for the stealing and embezzlement of local union funds. His assignments involved removing the offender from the local union, quantifying the amount of the loss, resolving the situation that made the theft possible, and more importantly, to implement proper controls that ensured that the theft would not occur again. So, when he was appointed as General Treasurer in April of 2018, he found himself in yet another unique position. As the General Treasurer, he had the ability to make changes for all local unions. His overall goals were specifically targeted to promote transparency and improve internal controls, limiting the exposure for theft and embezzlement for all local unions. Some of the programs that he implemented include the Cashless Mandate and the Audit Engagement Requirement for fiscal year 2018. The Cashless Mandate required all local unions to convert to a cashless environment as of July 1st, 2018. This mandate completely eliminated the possibility of the stealing of cash from a local union hall. The audit requirement ensured that all of the cash was accounted for the fiscal year. Shop dues collection centers. This program involved establishing a department under the General Treasurer's Office known as the Shop Dues Collection Center. This is a new department in the General Treasurer's Office, which was set up to process shop dues receipts and process activity changes for membership. In doing so, shop dues receipts and membership activities are now processed on a more timely basis. Shop financial officers can now use this time to better represent their membership. Ach Payment Program. This program began with requiring local unions to pay their monthly per capita billing and impact contributions via ACH payment. This eliminated all problems related to the issuing and mailing of checks. In the General Treasurer's Office, we are also moving to use the ACH payment system for local unions and district councils for various payment types, such as the international death benefit payments, organizing grant payments, and reimbursing local unions and district councils for payments to organizers that are covered under the International's Outside Organizing Program. The ACH payment is a more efficient payment method that will more than likely become the payment method of the future. He also set up the Designated District Council Administrators Program. District council presidents were assigned to designate an administrator for their council who would be available to assist local unions as needed. This program would help in the event of an abrupt turnover in the administrator of a local union. The administrators will also play a key role as the first-line help desk after the Quickbooks Online conversions have been completed. This brings us to the Quickbooks Online conversion program and the General Executive Mandate to convert to Quickbooks Online. Quickbooks Online will standardize the accounting system and provide for consistent reporting for all ironworkers, local unions, and district council. Having consistent and standardized reporting will provide the ability to consolidate all of the Ironworker affiliates' assets, which will allow our general officers to be able to assess the ironworkers' overall strength and influence in the building trades and construction industry as a whole. This is important for them as they try to fight for ironworker concessions and programs that will continue to promote our business. Standardizing will also provide assurances for our membership. They can now be assured that all local unions will be using the same accounting software and following a standardized set of financial standards. So, what is QuickBooks Online? This is an accounting software package that was built for the small business owner to be able to handle his or her accounting records. It has evolved over the past 20 years to handle the small to medium business market. Simply put, you do not need to be an accountant or a CPA to understand your financial position. Now, I'm sure we have all seen the QuickBooks commercials. Danny DeVito, Annie Potts from the Ghostbusters movie, and Sensei Krise in The Karate Kid. Their message is simple. QuickBooks Online takes care of your accounting records. It helps you to handle your income, pay your bills, and manage your business. In the commercials, Danny shows how easy it is for small business owners to use QuickBooks. Annie's character from Ghostbusters can now focus on her ghostbusting pursuits and not worry about having to do payroll taxes or run a special report. And Sensei Krise has now found a place of permanent zen. QuickBooks processing lets a user easily take care of everyday business activities while it handles the dreaded accounting processes in the background. But this will only work if the system is set up properly. Over the past year, we have worked with several local unions that decided to convert to QuickBooks Online prior to the mandate. While they may have converted, they didn't necessarily put in the time to prepare properly. Most made the decision to convert their history to QuickBooks Online without taking the opportunity to clean up their old chart of accounts or old vendor files. This combination caused numerous issues for the local unions as they tried to work in the new software. Most ended up making the decision to stop, get assistance from their consultant, and to start over. The Ironworkers QuickBooks Online video training series is designed to assist you in preparing for your conversion and to get you comfortable with working with the software. This will essentially be a reboot of your current accounting system. All local unions will use the Ironworkers standardized chart of accounts. Because of this, you are starting fresh and will not be transferring your history from previous fiscal years. Through the training program, we will provide assistance needed for you to be able to tailor the Ironworkers chart of accounts to meet your local union's unique requirements. Local unions will also be starting with their current list of vendors. The training program will show you how to clean up your current vendor listing and prepare to be imported in Phase 2. QuickBooks Online will provide local union financial officers with the knowledge they need to be able to run their local unions. From the moment an officer logs in, he will have an immediate snapshot of the finances of the local union. He will know how much money is in the bank. He will be able to easily check to see if money was deposited in the bank and know if a check has cleared. With a few clicks, he will be able to run a balance sheet and an income statement for his local union. Now, while we recognize that local union officers can get this information from their administrative staff, QuickBooks Online provides immediate access at any time. Administrative staff, by working with and modifying the Ironworkers standardized chart of accounts, the accounting records will be better organized. Most accounting systems that local unions are working with now were inherited from previous administrations. In some cases, that same system may have been in place over a 10 to 15 year period. So when a new administrator was hired, they had to learn how to work with the chart of accounts that was in place and also with the vendor listing that had grown exponentially over the period of time that the software was in place. QuickBooks Online will actually provide a fresh restart of your accounting system. QuickBooks Online allows us to standardize the reporting of various local union programs, the income and the expenses. For example, I'd like to take a look at the term target fund. Part of my job in the General Treasurer's Office has always been to review local union audit reports. I have often found that the term target fund is reported throughout the audit report in various places and often has a different name, such as market recovery, work preservation, market restoration, etc. These names all represent the same type of program. Regardless of the name that a local union uses to describe a target fund, the chart of accounts will ensure that all versions of the target fund are reported uniformly and accurately on the audit report. QuickBooks Online will also assist in improving the accuracy of reporting for both the local union audit report and for U.S. local unions, the annual LM2 filings to the Department of Labor. The Ironworkers Standardized Chart of Accounts has been designed to enable local unions and their auditors to complete these forms with better accuracy. The Ironworkers Online Video Training Series is intended to provide training for local union officers and admin staff with the basics in accounting and also to provide a better understanding of the requirements for the Department of Labor's annual LM reports.